show is uncensored and is for adults only. Mature or immature, doesn't matter.
I did the choreography myself. Hey honey, have you gained some weight in your rear end? The dress you wear reminds me of my old girlfriend. And where'd you get those shoes? I think they're pretty lame. Would you stop talking, cause I'm trying to watch the game? If you're a man who wants to live a long and happy life, these are the things you don't say to your wife. Trip next week on your birthday. I didn't ask you, but I knew it'd be okay. Go make some dinner while I watch this fishing show. I taped it over our old wedding video. If you're a man who've done that, a long and happy life, these are the things you don't say to you. Solo. Okay. Your cooking is okay, but not like mother makes. The diamond in the ring I bought you is a fake. Your eyes look puffy, dear. Are you feeling ill? Happy anniversary, I bought you a treadmill. You're a man who wants to live a long and happy life, that too. These are the things you don't say to your lady. You're a man who doesn't want to get killed with a knife. These are the things you don't say to your lady.
That's right. Who's the biggest liars? Men or women? Hey, men lie the most. Women tell the biggest lie. Men, we lie all the time. We lie so much it's damn near language. That's right. To call a man out for lying is like playing basketball with a retarded kid and calling him for double dribble. You gotta let some shit slide. You just gotta let some shit slide. Man, we lie all the time. We lie all the time. You know what a man's lie is like? A man's lie is like, I was at Tony's house. I'm at Kenny's house. That's a man's lie. A woman's lie is like, it's your baby. Well, we've all heard that one. Don't even look like me. Oh, he's got your hat. That's right. Who's the biggest liars? Women the biggest liars. Biggest liars. Look at you. All of you. You lie. You a fucking liar. You. You a liar. You a liar. You're all liars. All of you fucking liars. Masters of the lie. The visual lie. Look at you. You got on heels. You ain't that tall. You got on makeup, your face don't look like that. You got a weave, your hair ain't that long. You got a Wonder Bra, your titties ain't that big. Everything about you is a lie, and you expect me to tell the truth. Fuck you. Men lie, we live lies. That's why we so crazy. Every now and then we catch ourselves living a lie. We create a whole lie world around us. For instance, every man in this room is hiding some porno in his house. Every man in here got a pornography stash in the crib. Not an illegal amount, just enough to get you by. And when we hide porno, we go all out. It ain't behind the refrigerator, under the bed. No, we become Batman when it's time to hide some porno. That's right. You hit the light switch, the whole bookshelf shift to the side. You go down 2 flights of stairs into your porno cellar. Janet Jackme, yes. Toby Kai, Gina Jameson, that's right. But women always find the porno. Always find the porno. But they don't find it in the porno hiding place. Oh, no. Where do women find the porno at? In the VCR.
Honey, you'll spoil your... Hey parents, tired of those out-of-control kids? Throwing embarrassing tantrums wherever they go. At the grocery store, on the playground, even at the dinner table. You've had it with parenting. But wait, there is a solution. Introducing Nap Time, the latest, most effective tool for child tantrum prevention. It's simple. Just douse a rag with our patented Sleepy Time formula, place it over your child's cry hole, press and hold gently for 8 to 12 seconds, and presto, no more tantrum.
I was beginning to think adoption was the only way out. Then a friend of mine introduced me to Nap Time. It's never been so quiet around here.
The secret lies in Nap Time's revolutionary fast-to-sleep formula. Developed by military-trained scientist doctors from NASA, Nap Time's powerful molecules rush to the child's brain on contact, gently inducing instant tranquility. This is chloroform. Already put those wallet-draining crap factories out on the street? That's okay. Nap Time works in any situation. On the golf course. An awkward blind date.
I had a really good time tonight.
It even works on pets.
After we had our first child here, we regretted it almost immediately.
We didn't know that she'd cry so much.
Talk about defective. But thanks to Nap Time, our little Samantha here hasn't made a noise in weeks. I keep her in a shoebox.
Call now and we'll send you your very own 24-ounce bottle of Nap Time solution for only 23 easy payments of $1.99. But wait, there's more. Act quickly and you'll also receive the all-new Dream Sack absolutely free. It's compact and portable for those on-the-go tantrums. Just cover it, tighten it, and forget about it. It's that simple.
We can't breathe good.
So if this looks familiar,
I feel pregnant.
then don't wait. Order today and join the millions of Americans who just can't stop saying, thanks, Nap Time.
Thanks, Nap Time.
Thanks, Nap Time.
Nap Time, when they just won't shut up. Nap Time is not legal in the following states.
Told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's remote, you're broke, you're hiding from the plague. It's like you're always stuck in quarantine, and you might be there a day, a week, a month,
Richardson Show.
All right, welcome everybody. It's Monday, March 27, 2023. We'll see how long this goes. We're not sure. Could be 2 hours. It could be 2 minutes. Who knows? We'll let you know. Let's cut the music off. No, Monday sucks. None of that bullshit. And, that's just going to go out the drain today. Probably no hump day. Well, maybe the hump day song. Hump day's kind of cool. We got to do that.
Yeah.
And then, the Friday is really nothing there. It's for Friday, and that's going to be it. And that's going to close it, folks. No April Fool's joke. No. Oops, I'm going to change my mind and just do it all over again.
I really wish you would take some more time to think about this before you make any decisions.
See, here's the deal. Friday's our last show ever. This is going to be done. This will probably only be used for the touchdown crew for the sports show for 1 hour a week. It's really come down to the point of I've kind of lied to you people. Anytime you see, my internet's down, or oops, it's something else. No, I've just lost motivation. I really have lost motivation to do the show. I really have just. It's gone. My depression is at an all-time high. And it's become too much to do, and has nothing to do with being 3 days a week, because I like doing the show 3 days a week. I like to have that availability for the times, but it's just too much. It's too much maybe now. I don't know. I don't know. It's just the things here at home have gotten just a whole lot hectic. It's to the point where I'm unhappy. I'll be honest with you, and I'm telling you to your face right now. I'm unhappy. I'm not happy. I'm very depressed, and I gotta find where I'm happy again. And believe it or not, this is with taking about 2 weeks off of work. A little bit, because I had all of spring break. I had most of last week off. I mean, I did work a couple of days, but most of last, and this is all with work being time off too. So imagine once I go back to work, how just worn out and depressed and everything else is going to be. It's just, it's, you know what? Listen, I really appreciate all the support. Listen, there's not a whole lot. Frankly, most people don't care. But I do have some friends that support me, and I do appreciate their support. I do appreciate people that have tuned into the show, that have listened to the show. We've only got like maybe a few loyal people that actually tune in. So it's like, what am I doing this for? What am I really doing this? It's just because, it's my hope and dream to one day be on the radio. So I go ahead and I spend money to get a decent board, some decent mic stands, and I say, I'm pretending to be a radio man now. It's just.
But isn't it an outlet for you? Doesn't it help for you to get on here and talk, even if nobody's listening?
I used to think so. Now it's just, let me just curl up into a ball. Let me just curl up. It's like, and half the times we don't do the Friday show because we're out at Disney. And half the times we don't do a Monday show because things are just that hectic. And it's like the Wednesday show, it's like, it doesn't mean anything for doing it one day. It's never meant really a whole lot for one day. I want it to be a regular show. I want it to be something that people can go ahead and actually come on in.
Do it.
After
Monday,
how long?
Friday.
After how long? After how long? Push through what?
Push through and do it. Make sure you're doing it Monday and Friday and Wednesday. Okay, yes, an occasional Friday show we might miss if we're at Disney or something.
Well, it's not just the occasional. It's, we do have things that we enjoy doing on Friday, but it's, again, I don't want it to be just like a 2-day off-brand thing. It's beside the point. It's beside the point. I've kind of lost all, not hope. Hope is such a stupid word. I've lost all ambition, almost all ambition to do anything. Like literally, I've had nothing today, nothing prepared today, nothing. And I've just in the past, while the music was playing, and look at this. Because I have this big announcement. Maybe I should just tell everybody, fuck it. I was just kidding. I got all these views. Because of that. Is that really what it takes? Is me to have some special announcement to get listeners and to get views? No, I don't want to do that. That's not the way. That's not for this show to be. The show is to be about everyday life, reporting on some whack job news, having friends to come on out, and you know what? Here's the thing: is everybody that I've had on here, it's been such a disappointment. I've had Bushman and Matt come on, and they've been co-hosts. They left. Karen, I had come on, and she's no longer available anymore. I've had some spotty others that have come in. It's been such a disappointment. It's just, and I know you're not one to be on the mic that much, and you don't really.
But honey,
I'm just saying,
have
it's just
been.
You've been there. You've been
interacting with you and talking about the stories.
I know.
The times that I don't, it's because you're talking about something that I really don't know much about.
I know. And I want to talk more sports. I want to talk about wrestling. I want to talk about other stuff. And I can't do that. It's just...
So...
And so what? What would I do?
No. I'm trying to finish a thought here. Is there a way you could get on a sports show?
I have my own sports show.
Well, another one, like that you can talk about wrestling, that you can talk about other sports.
I want one of my own. I don't want to get on a sports show. If I do, I just call Peter every night he's on. But that doesn't satisfy me.
But honey, that's what I'm talking about, is get your own sports show together.
I do have one. It's just... I don't know. It's all based on, I want to be all inclusive. I want everything. I want what's happening. Well, I want what's happening in the news, and I want what's happening in sports. I want what's happening here. And of course, yeah, Disney. You and me are fine with Disney.
And that's
you and me are fine with that.
What if we did a Disney show?
It's not the same. It's not. I wanted to expand more from what this is, but not focus just on one thing. Well, maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I just need to focus on one thing. Maybe I do need to do just a stupid Disney show. I
feel like maybe that's where we don't get as many viewers, because some people don't want to listen to the Disney stuff. Some people don't want to listen to the sports stuff. So we're touching on so many different things that people are hopping on and off. Like, oh, I'm not interested in what you're talking about right now. I'll hop off, kind of thing.
But that's why I have the number, is to call in so you can talk about stuff. You can go ahead and Facebook. Like right there, Chris Blakely just went ahead and said, hey, talk about how sorry Lamar Jackson is. Well, I'll go ahead and talk about how sorry Lamar Jackson is. Alyssa has no idea who the fuck Lamar Jackson is. She has no clue. Probably thinks like some type of small wrestler that just came on WWE.
I know. I'm pretty sure he's a football player, isn't he?
There you go, football player. All right. He's a football player.
I've heard the name, but I have no idea who he is.
Exactly. John Monroe's been like the super fan for our show. Love and respect you, Charles. Thank you very much, John. I appreciate it. Barbie used to come on the show. Now, I guess she's probably tuning in because of the announcement. She's like saying, well, because it's what you've always wanted. What I always wanted was to take this and actually be profitable, be on the radio. Listen, I know my cursing and my style and my antics, probably my voice too, probably doesn't deserve anywhere close to being on the radio. Trust me, I've
Your
listened to
voice
radio.
is good.
I've listened to my voice. It's like
That does not sound like
it
that.
It sounds really crappy.
See, I think
it's probably
everybody
my audio
thinks their
processing.
own voice sounds like crap.
Yeah,
because
maybe.
I hate the way my voice sounds on any kind of recording.
Yeah, I know.
When you play back the show, I always complain because I'm like, I don't want to hear my own voice.
Yeah. No, Barbie. I know you saw my own post. That's probably why you're tuning in. Is because I'm making that announcement official. So, listen, it's done.
I gotta go turn the TV off. I'll be right back.
Good. This Friday. Barbie says she agrees with you. By the way, it is this Friday. This Friday's our last show. It will be March 31st, which does coincide with what our anniversary would have been. We started officially this show as the Mad Talk Show. The original cast of characters was me, Alyssa, Matt D, El Bushman, and Matty Rock. And our first show sounded like absolute horrible garbage. I mean, it was to the point where I think it was more static than talk. It was just crap. I had literally the microphone Alyssa has. I think even the older versions too of the Shure microphone. I had a little two channel mixer. And, nothing like I have here. Just a small little table, a couple of laptops, and we tried to push the feed through, and it was, hey, listen, it was the start. It was the start of something. So, I did as much as I could. I really did. I mean, I think it would have been like 9 years. I don't even know, to be honest with you. I don't even know when we started. It's like 8, 9 years ago. And
something like that.
I think it's more 8. I think this would have been year number 8. But we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it that far. And no, this is not an April Fool's joke. Just to clear up everybody. This show is folding. I mean, that's the only way I can really tell you. We're going to do a couple more shows. We'll try to push through and do a couple more shows. Friday will be our final show. I have no idea what's in store for Friday. It might just be the same boring show. I could come on like Phil Blackman did for his last show and say for like 17 minutes, hey, this is it. Have a nice day. And boom, that's it. Give our thanks to the affiliates that have happened. I mean, I promised them at one point in time, I promised them if I ever decide to quit or just do away with it, I'd give them 2 weeks. I kind of gave them like a week and 2 days or something like that. So, that's pretty much it. That's the way it's going to go. If you start seeing me start to sell my microphones and mixers, that's almost a guarantee that the show ain't coming back. Will the show come back? I don't know. What capacity? I don't know. Will it ever be the way it is? I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I can't. I've always imagined doing like a morning zoo type show where there's like 5 or 6 people on a microphone. We're all gang busting. You see how fun that was. That was a lot of fun. We had Matt in here, just, busting out, just, yelling at the top of his lungs. We had Karen in here, Karen and David at some point in time that was there. We had the matchmaking shows. I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but just one-on-one, just 2, it's I don't know. I think there needs to be more. There really does. I can't hold the show with just 1 or 2. I can't do that. I can't. It needs to be more. Ray says maybe do a pre or post pay-per-view for WrestleMania, WWE once a month. Maybe cover the theme park news occasionally. I feel like finding what you're most interested or passionate about would help build our bigger fan base. I'm just spitballing, but I do enjoy listening. Listen. I do enjoy talking about the silly, goofy, freaking weird news of shit. I mean, that's why you don't see me talk about politics. I'm not going to, and if it is politics, it's not going to be a whole lot of politics. I'm just not, that's not me at all. I don't like doing the politic thing or getting deep into it. Now, if there's something like DeSantis went ahead and fuck Disney because Disney went ahead and disagreed with his ruling, then I could see, okay. But we'll go ahead and talk about how much of a shitty ass governor he is, and we'll do that. But I'm not going to go ahead and say, well, DeSantis is running for 2024, and his policy is blah 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 blah. I'm not going to do that. I'll go ahead and touch on one or two points, especially points that really impact us because we're Disney freaks, and we'll do that. Yeah. But that's about it. Joe Rogers commented, you just need a break away from everything. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about everything. This pretty much is everything except for my sports show, which, I do have a couple of co-hosts. They do they keep it very entertaining and on my toes. So it's like, that I'm engaged with. I really am. I mean, and that's, I'm intrigued that, but even sometimes I have to take a week off from the sports show because it's like, I can't do that. I just can't do it every week. Ray says, I do love how Disney responded to him by hosting one of the biggest LGBTQ conferences this year. Yeah.
Well, they do it every year, though. But
it's like, this is one of the bigger ones they've done. Like, they really pushed it in his face, like, hey, suck on this.
They have gay days every year in the beginning of June.
Yeah. So.
It's like the first weekend of June.
Listen, I appreciate the kind words, Joe, Ray, and Barbie, and Chris. I really do. I appreciate the kind words. There's nothing but love there. But yeah, this is what I got to do, at least for now. I'm going to try to push through these next couple of days. Today, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm going to try to keep things going. If I fall short, I do have a replay backup that I'm just going to play from, how much time I need to cover, and that'll be it. But you're free. You guys have been commenting on Facebook, and I appreciate it. Comment on Facebook, YouTube. Don't bother. Honestly, don't bother going in and subscribing to YouTube anymore. It's not going to really be much of a difference. And don't bother doing the Facebook page because. Might as well shut down the Facebook page, right? Or maybe I just keep it open.
Leave it open in case you decide to come back to it.
As more of a money thing and just purely it's just not generating any interest, I'm going to be shutting down Raw Talk Online as well. Just in case you didn't hear that, because my wife went ahead and sneezed. I am going to be shutting down the station Raw Talk Online. That is more just of, it's been a money pit. No, not a lot of money, but it's been a money pit. I already shut down the website, so everybody was going on TuneIn. I'm pretty much, actually, I got an offer for somebody to buy TuneIn from me. So it's like, yeah. Once that's done, that's it. The shitty part is, and I apologize to Matt, because actually Matt's really the only one that broadcast. Matt and Keith, I got a Alien Stone. I got to let them know because I haven't let them know yet that I'm going to be shutting down the station. It's not going to be for a little bit. I'm going to still keep it on for a little bit. But honestly, the listener count for Raw Talk Online has been almost as pitiful as my show. It's not gaining much interest, so I'm just going to go ahead and shut that down as well. So everything's going to be strictly on Facebook after that. And this is a big if I do get back on track with this, I'm going to have to find a home. I'm going to have to find a way to stream.
What? If you decide to go back to it, reinvent it. Make it something new.
I don't know how you reinvent this type of thing, but okay.
Well, you already did it once.
I did it once by getting like a dozen affiliates.
No, you changed the name. You pull up a new site.
Maybe it'll just be like for the show. That's it.
Yeah.
I guess I could do that. But it's like everything, I would need a streaming provider, and that does take a little bit of money, kind of like what I have right now. So it's like, really, why just not just run a station? But I don't know. We'll like you say, we'll see. I'm not even thinking that far, because why think that far? I'm just quitting right now.
Or
I can't think of that.
Just do it on Facebook.
Ugh. Facebook's a pain in the ass. YouTube's a pain. Well, they're all pain in the asses, I guess.
Well.
It's all a pain in the ass. But anyway, again, Friday, March 31st, the day before our anniversary. That will be our last show. We're shutting it down for good. Go away. Broke one of my own rules. Went ahead and left my phone on. So, again, I appreciate, listen, I'll go down the list, really. I want to first give a shout out to Keith Alienstone over at Alien X Radio. Honestly, that's the first affiliate that we've had. And, you know, we're really, I wouldn't say in debt to them, but definitely we appreciate them. We really do. That's alienxradio.com. We have Mike D on Lime City Radio, a long-time supporter there. Delmarva Talk Radio. I don't mention them much, but Vinny's been an awesome job. Tomorrow Radio all the way in Ireland. I mean, we had UK and Ireland stations pick us up. I mean, I'm proud of that right there. I appreciate that. AOW broadcast over there in Idaho with Bad Billy. We had just went on with IPM Nation and Matt Connerton, and you know his show was still airing live 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern time on Raw Talk Online. Chris and Rockin' Waves, we got started with them. Steve Jarrett with Q Star FM, even though Steve Jarrett also went ahead and pulled his show. He's done doing morning show as well, so that kind of bummed me out when I heard about that. We were on IRN broadcast up there in Tampa with Mike Peter. You know, we appreciate him. He's a big Tampa radio guy up there. And of course, we had a couple of stations that were playing us on replay. The big one was 920 WON The Apple, and you know, Jonathan Rios up there. Jonathan's, you know, taking care of us, you know, really good, making sure all the shows are played, you know, on Saturday nights all the way through. And then we had the UG.media, Mad Martin up there in the UK, giving us a part of his station to go ahead and broadcast on. So all the love up there. And of course, I want to thank, you know, Just for Fun Radio, allowed me to broadcast on Facebook using their platform, their 15,000 followers that you know they have, and you know we appreciate having access to that as well. So DJ Scotty's been, you know, been a pretty good supporter with our show, so you know, we appreciate it. So but there you go, there's the announcement. We're going to go ahead and try to keep everything moving along for today. We'll take a few songs. This is going to be more music than talk today. We'll go ahead and get to some topics of conversation. In the meantime, we're going to hear some independent music. All this, by the way, independent music from Alien X Radio. So if you like this type of music, go over to alienxradio.com. They have a lot of great independent rock and roll bands that they display over there. You okay?
Yeah, I hear something and I don't know what it is.
Oh, let's put the mics on mute. Hold on. You still hear it?
Be right back.
Okay. Well, we're going to break anyway, so. All right, Crystal in there. Hey, how you doing, Crystal? And we're just going to take a quick break, play a couple of songs, and we're going to come right back here. So don't go anywhere. And if you do go somewhere, we understand. Listen, it's our last 3 shows of the history of the Charles Richardson Show. So stay tuned. We're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Off to grab a beer. We'll be right back after this.
Far from human, I
tuned to a special live broadcast of Alien Extra Radio.
Well, hey, what are you going to do? All right, 813-699-5353. We're back. Just a really crappy way to just go ahead and enter this. Come on back on the show. So, let's see here. Oh, look at that. All right, we're back now down to our our low count there. Everybody went ahead and got the break, so we're good to go here. John Monroe, actually, he's doing double commentary right now. Charles, I got to finish watching YouTube. My computer's been acting up when I watch live shows. Yours, Scotty's, a few others. I'm a dummy when it comes to computers. I don't know how to fix the problem. See you on the tube. And he's over here saying hello on YouTube. He's not in Facebook jail. I'm not sure. He said he just needs a new computer, so. There you go. 813-699-5353. Disney is doing one last chance to cut the lines. And if you're confused, don't worry. What it means is they're doing one last hurrah, kind of like the McRib. They're doing one last hurrah with the After Hours event. So the Magic Kingdom is going after hours one more time. Most of the average wait times are 10 minutes and less. And that's on even the big rides like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Pirates, Haunted Mansion, Small World, Space Mountain, etc. So they went ahead and tried. Now, there's one date left that has not been filled yet, and that is March 12th. Oh, this is old. Excuse me. See, this is how far deep I am. Apparently March 20th, the after hours. Apparently it's already done, I guess. The after hours. I've never done that before, but it's like all the wait times like down to zero almost.
But you pay as much as a full day ticket.
$155. Yep. And you're only there for like 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
It doesn't last that long. I don't know if
that's really worth it.
Well, imagine what you can do in 4 hours. So basically, you're given like a clean slate at Magic Kingdom, and you got 4 hours to do as much shit as possible. Think about it. When you go ahead and you wait in line, now say for instance you don't have the Genie Plus, or you're not paying for Lightning Lane, you're just going right to the regular waiting, okay? Yeah. Seven Dwarves is about 70 minutes. That's an hour. Mm-hmm. Then you have to walk over to, say, Space Mountain. Space Mountain can be the same time frame, between 50 and 60 minutes. It's another hour. Then you're walking all the way to Frontierland, and you're going to go to it was Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain, well, at nighttime, I wouldn't think it would be that big a deal, but daytime, if you were going on it, daytime would be a lot. But let's cut out Splash Mountain, because A, it's not there no more, and B, it's nighttime. You're not going to ride Splash Mountain at night. But you would ride Thunder Mountain, which is right next door.
Splash Mountain at night.
Well, you're just crazy. But Thunder Mountain,
it's actually pretty cool,
is right next door to Splash. And Thunder Mountain can be 70, 80 minutes. These are big rides. Mm-hmm. We've even seen Haunted Mansion get as high as like almost 2 hours. Now, normally it's not. Normally it's like 30 to 45 minutes for Haunted Mansion. That's not that bad. Pirates the same way, about 45 minutes. But when you add all this
sometimes
up,
Pirates can go pretty low, though. I've seen Pirates at 10.
I've seen Haunted Mansion at Walk On with 13. Yeah. When they do the 13-minute ride, that means you can just get right on. You never heard about that? When you see the time is 13 minutes of wait time,
I've heard that.
That's Walk On. So. And I think that's only for Haunted Mansion, to be honest with you.
Tower of Terror also does
and Tower of Terror. Yeah, anything that's spooky and creepy with the 13. If you see 13-minute wait time, it's Walk On for those rides. Mm-hmm. But back to Magic Kingdom. So I just listed off like 5-6 rides that almost hour-long waits. You're talking about 6 hours of your
time. Peter Pan is another one that can be an hour long or longer.
90 minutes on average.
Yeah.
Then unless that breaks down and then you're
Small World can sometimes be long.
Small World's 30 minutes usually. But we just mentioned about 7 or 8 rides right there that you have about an hour long. That's 8 hours of waiting. Now imagine If you have 10 minutes or less doing those same 8 rides, that's 80 minutes. Obviously, the time to walk over there, maybe grab a drink, get a rest. Mm-hmm. You can knock that shit out easily. So maybe it's not bad. Maybe like that wait time period, when it goes down that low, maybe $155. It's like an all-day type of an adventure, except cooler, low crowds. We're talking COVID-type crowds.
I miss the post-COVID crowds.
Yeah. Listen, it wasn't, I hated wearing the stupid masks, but it wasn't bad going down Magic Kingdom and it was like half dead. It's like, what's the wait time over here? 20 minutes? Hell yeah, let's go.
The masks were bad in the heat.
In the heat, yes. Yes. Now, I'll be honest with you, I think it's just because we were in compliance. I didn't see a whole lot of, cast people saying, hey, put your mask back on, put it back on.
Oh, I've seen them.
You did?
Yeah,
I didn't see a whole lot of them. But maybe that's because I just didn't care. Now, me, of course, if, I'm out there, I'm out there following the rules. I'm wearing a mask. But at the same time, I'm over here. It's like, I'm gonna get a drink and I'm gonna pretend I'm drinking the whole time just to get the mask off me. But yeah, we had to carry.
Well, then they started to enforce you can't drink while you're walking.
Yeah, that was kind of stupid. You suck. Like, how are you gonna monitor? Well, I guess hundreds of people instead of thousands of people. I guess it's better. It was better than the hundreds of people were easier to monitor. But you also didn't have the staff either.
Yeah.
That's pretty much why. You didn't have the staff at all. So. But yeah, so that after hours type of thing, it's not horrible. It's not bad at all, actually.
I mean, I went once, not the after hours, but I went for the Not
Night
So Scary.
of Joy.
Well, I went for Night of Joy also, but I didn't ride any rides when I went for Night of Joy.
Yeah. Night of Joy, by the way, is like a religious concert thing that they have. They used to have.
Just to see the concert. One particular concert. But, no, when I went for Not So Scary Halloween party, it's very similar to an after-hours event. You've got low wait times.
Well, yeah, because it's a limited...
It's a separately ticketed event.
Right. It is. It's separately ticketed, and you're going to have to pay out the ass for it, which...
I would love to go for the Very Merry Christmas party.
Yes. Well, I want to go to the Halloween one, too.
Well, yeah, that too.
I'd like to do that. I'd like to do all of them, to be honest with you. Anywho, 813-699-5353. Billy says, fuck that. I'm not going to pay big money just to wait 8 hours to ride a ride. 5-6 rides, nope, I guess I'll never go to Disney. I think he missed the whole point. It's like, you don't want to... This is the option where it's after hours. It's after the park closes, and they're keeping it open for the people that paid that money. So if you pay the $155 for that after hours thing, which is 3 or 4 hours, you're getting basically right on the ride, no wait, and all the amenities are still there. I think they keep all the food stuff open.
Yeah. And I think the shopping is open and everything too.
Yep.
Because I know it is for like the parties.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it would be for the after hours. They also had, at least like for the Christmas party and the Halloween party, they have exclusive stuff too. They have exclusive merchandise, but then they also have like free snacks and goodies.
But that's for the parties, though.
Yeah.
That's a lot for the parties. So, more Disney news. Let's do this here. A big thing with Disney is their turkey legs. Big. Well, now they are going ahead and exploring 3 new flavors for their turkey legs. The turkey legs are a rather diverse snack option for many Disney fans. For some, the smoky, savory meat is a must-have during every Disney vacation, but for others, the smell is enough to send them away. Maybe something like a Dole Whip. These huge snacks are one of the most popular grab-and-go options at Disney parks for a reason, though they're not for those that are calorie deficit. This one leg actually consumes about 1,000 calories. But at least we can rest assured the fact that the turkey... What?
Can you mute me for a second?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Ugh, I'm bumping bottles all over the place. What's going on? All right. While their favorite for the Maydays, the turkey legs have not undergone many changes to the initial debut. This is basically, they kept the same. So now if you have a trip to Anaheim in the future, it looks like you're going to have to plan to stop at the Edelweiss Snacks in Disneyland Park, the small snack kiosk located right by one of the park's most beloved attractions, the Matterhorn bobsleds. We're going to go to Disneyland. This sounds really awesome.
I really want to do it.
So the kiosk is serving up buffalo barbecue and smoked turkey legs, all for $12.99 plus tax. The buffalo turkey leg in particular is really taken off with fans. It's served with ranch dressing on the side and plenty of napkins. The barbecue flavors
I can imagine.
The barbecue flavor is a nice option for those preferring a slightly sweet flavor over the heat of the buffalo turkey leg, and the smoked leg is similar to the original served across Disney parks with a more noticeable flavor rather than the snack's typical understated smokiness.
A dry rub, or is it like sauce?
No, this looks like it's sauce. The buffalo
that
sauce.
Sounds very messy.
Yeah, well, that's why it says a lot of napkins.
Yeah.
Over there, Edel Swiss Snacks is available for mobile order on the Disneyland app. We always recommend using that so you can beat the line. In addition to the new varieties of turkey legs, the snacks kiosk also serves up bratwurst and buttered corn on the cob, along with frozen beverages with flavors like blue raspberry, cherry, and apple. Stop by to try out their turkey legs or one of the other specialty snacks before you get on your next ride and enjoy. Now, if you're on the East Coast, like we are, unfortunately, the turkey leg flavors are not going to change. They haven't made it over to Disney World yet. They seem to be incredibly popular among the guests at Disneyland, though. So it's always possible they can move over.
I could see something like that pulling its way over to, like, Epcot.
Yeah, like the food, not Food and Wine, but...
Well, any of the festivals at Epcot. No,
I could see it going to Magic Kingdom, because Magic Kingdom, that's where you're going to sell your turkey legs.
No, Epcot sells a lot in the America Pavilion.
But you realize the walk you have to go to get there? Well, I'm just saying, over in Magic Kingdom, you don't have to go far for turkey legs.
Yeah.
It's like a project to get a turkey leg at Epcot. You got to really go out of your way to get a turkey leg at Epcot.
But Epcot also has, like, the specialty flavored popcorns, too.
No, but I don't really care that. I don't care for specially flavored popcorns. Are they going to serve it with alcohol? Yes. All right, then we'll go with there.
They might.
They might. Yeah. I mean, Epcot. You get this. Listen, if you go to Disney, your one spot to go ahead and get alcohol is Epcot.
No.
Yes, there is. Oh, yes.
Well, that's not the only place that has it.
I'm not saying it's the only place that has it. I'm saying that's the place you go. Because you get all the nations around the world flavors.
But you know what? They've got some pretty cool drinks at some of the other parks.
Not like the Cool Zone. Not like that. We don't want to go ahead and taste the Beverly.
I'm talking about like alcoholic drinks.
Yeah.
They do have some pretty interesting things. Like Hollywood Studios has Star Wars themed drinks. Mm-hmm. Animal Kingdom has some really good
Animal Kingdom over there, right next to the tour, or right as you exit Avatar or Pandora, there's a bar there that we all used to hang out with, and they serve some really good drinks there. I mean, they don't have like a slew of drinks.
Are you talking about the one over by Africa where they're always playing the drums?
Yes.
Yeah,
right there in Africa.
They've got some good drinks there.
And that's some good entertainment. And of course, the bar there with the frozen drink that has those balls in it. And I'm not talking about like, the balls that John Monroe would talk about. I'm just talking about those.
It's the boba tea balls.
The boba tea balls, yes. They're very good. They're the gelatin balls. They taste really good. Those balls taste good.
And they're fun to suck up in the straw and then shoot at people.
Very, very fun to suck those balls up. Very fun.
There was one day we were at
shot any of them at people.
Yes, we did.
I never remember. That's a waste of alcohol.
It was one of the first times that we went over to Avatar, and it was pouring rain. There was almost nobody left in the park. It was at nighttime. It was like close to the ending of, close to closing of the park. And it was pouring down rain. A lot of people had left. And me, you, Andrew, and Mom and Dad were shooting the boba tea balls at each other.
See, I don't remember that. I found that to be a waste of alcohol.
No,
to be honest with you.
I don't know that we had the alcoholic one. And there's no alcohol in the little balls.
Well, I'm just saying it's a waste because they're sucking out. Listen, if there was no alcohol in the drink that I was in, then yeah, probably it's a waste. But it's like you only pay a couple extra bucks to have the alcohol poured in. That's all.
Yeah.
So give me the alcohol. Stop being so cheap. Give me the damn alcohol. But yeah, right there. And you said Hollywood too?
Hollywood's got some Star Wars themed drinks.
Yep.
They've got different things for different parts of the park.
Epcot is the place. You got to go to. If you're going to drink, you got to go ahead and drink. And of course, Billy goes in and says, "Rub my balls." So yeah, thank you very much for turning it gross. So, all right, let's see here. Okay, another Disney here. So Disney's really coming along with this villain park theme. And they've already announced the first villain that's going to take place.
So is this going to be a whole park, or is it just a land?
No, it seems to be a park. It is recently confirmed that Disney has an interest in expansion or an entire... Okay, let me express that. Expansion or an entire park dedicated to the studio's famous villains. Although the company hasn't made an official statement yet, Disney may have just confirmed a direction with a brand new meet and greet. Yeah, meet and greet. Aside from characters like Gaston and Darth Vader, the most guests typically will see the villains in their over-the-top glory is during the park's Halloween events and special celebrations like the Oogie Boogie Bash or Mickey's Not So Scary. The whole expansion of park would need a complete rogues of galleries of villains to greet guests. Apparently, their first villain...
Cruella de Vil?
No, I take that back. Hold on a second. It was recently announced Pete would be making his first Disney park debut at the reopening of Mickey's Toontown in Disneyland.
He's a soft villain.
He's a very soft villain.
I mean, if you're really going to want to pull a villain, you pull an Ursula, or you pull a Cruella de Vil, or Maleficent.
Scar, Captain Hook, Maleficent, even before Mickey Mouse was picked like Pete, blah, 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 until now. So, yeah, apparently Pete was the big announcement, but they have been mentions of Loki, Maleficent, Scar, Captain Hook, to go ahead and actually do some meet and greets. So they haven't. So apparently they haven't made the whole thing yet. But go ahead.
Who would you consider to be the most evil Disney villain?
Out of animation?
Yeah.
I'd have to put Jafar in there.
Okay.
I say Jafar is, pretty cynical. He had some powers and stuff like that. Who would you put?
Cruella, because she hated puppies.
Well, she's not really a villain. I mean...
Yeah, she is.
Let's give like Maleficent or something. Or Maleficent I can't put in there as a true villain because...
Well, yeah, because
she got screwed and she was after revenge.
Well, but if you go by the original Sleeping Beauty, you don't know that.
Yeah, I know. So... this is likely won't be the last time that we see...
Scar's pretty much an asshole, too.
Yeah, Scar's an asshole. But Scar's also a lion, too. I don't want a lion coming up in a meet and greet. I want to go ahead... I want to go ahead and see Jafar, the full, real Jafar, come out with his staff and his big-ass hat and his crooked beard. I want to see him. I want to take a picture with him. That's what I want to go ahead and do. We already have... Gaston over there and
Gaston, I've seen some of the meet and greets.
Yes.
He is he's awesome. Good in character.
He is awesome. He really is. And that's what you got to do at Disney.
Yeah.
Is if you're going to be a character, you got to be full-fledged character where if you're either just a human version or if you're in a costume, you got to be in character. There's no question about that. And of course, Pete, he's going to be a big fucking head costume. So, but, he's not going to have any words to say. But maybe he can be like a little, I don't want to talk to you, get away from me there, mouse, or Or
Pete is a very soft villain.
He is. He's soft. I mean, he's even portrayed in a good way on Mickey Mouse's Clubhouse.
Well, he messes things up for them, but then he usually
apologizes.
Ends up, or they're like, "Oh, well, you're misunderstood."
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's a soft villain. It's like, pull an Ursula out there. That would be a good meet and greet.
So anyway, with Pete making his debut actually last week, this is not going to be the last time we see Pete, more than likely, since he's practically the company's original bad guy. What better way to say welcome guests into a Disney villain project with no other than an answer to Mickey's Mouse? It seems to be too convenient that Pete would appear just after Disney shared the possibility of a villain park. Again, when you see villain, you're right. I don't think Pete.
No.
I don't think Pete at all. So I'm hoping. So I think I think villain park may be a bad choice of words too, because now you're inciting fear sometimes.
Well, the thing is, if you're asking me the villain from Mickey Mouse, that's the only, Pete is the only one you think of.
Yeah, true.
From Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. But
there's
these other ones
so
here.
many other villains in Disney.
Oh, definitely. Who would you say the villain is in Moana? I don't think there is a villain. I'm over here thinking Moana. I'm thinking, what can we make it a villain?
So Moana is kind of like Maui. Kind of is a villain in a way.
Yeah.
But he comes around. Te Fiti is a villain, but really kind of just misunderstood.
What about this person? And I think it was in Tarzan. Tarzan, the guy with the big blue hair. I forget what it is. Or Fire for Hair.
Oh no, that was from Hercules. That's why can't I think of?
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
though. Yeah. They had him pitch it there.
Hades.
Yeah. I mean, he could be fun to meet.
Yeah.
With the blue hair, blue fire hair.
Well, he does meet and greets for the Mickey's Not So Scary.
Well, yeah. Well, they were mentioning that a lot of these were.
Yeah.
They're going to be in the Not So Scary Halloween already, but they're going to make it more of a featured thing with them being at this villains park.
But what would they have for rides there? Like,
I don't know.
That makes you wonder.
Well, Pete could always be some type of
the original Snow White dark ride.
Oh, yeah.
Would have been
that's
a good one.
That would be. Well, again, see, the thing is, okay, you want to do a villains park, but you want to have to be a family event. How are you going to do that? I don't think you can. I think it's going to be like an 18 and up park.
It would depend.
But you know what I'm saying, though? It's like, you can't make it too scary for kids, but you don't want to be too like, we're going to make it fun. Then put the villains
But, I mean, if you look at the Festival of Fantasy Parade, the showstopper is Maleficent's dragon.
Yeah, that's true. No, anyway,
and it even breathes fire.
Yeah, it does. Well, they haven't made any official announcements yet on this whole thing, except this may be the first villain that goes in, and that's Pete, the soft dude, the squishy dude, big fat Pete. If you're going into Epcot, or you're going to Magic Kingdom to ride one of the virtual queue rides, Tron or Guardians, apparently there is a way to get both. And I find this odd because you have to have a ticket to get in the ride.
Well, if you do the 7 a.m. for one and the 1 o'clock for the other,
you have to be in the park at 1, and you can't park hop until 2. See what I'm saying? So that's kind of weird. So, all right.
Wait,
go ahead.
Virtual queue 1 and individual lightning lane the other.
Nope. This is how to join multiple virtual queues with park hopper tickets. So here we go. So with news of Guardians, will retain its virtual queue once Tron's light cycle reopens on April 4th. we wanted to go over the rules of joining virtual queues after park hopping. As a reminder, select high-demand attractions. Utilize virtual queue at Walt Disney World. The virtual queue system debuted with Star Wars Rise of the Resistance and has spread to other experiences, etc., etc. Okay, so here is option 1, which is, of course, the 6:59.59 virtual queue drop. At 7 a.m., 6:59, 55 seconds into it, guests with a Disney Park Pass reservation will be able to use the option of a virtual queue to secure a pass. You literally have to keep refreshing, like midway through. When you hit 6:59 a.m., like 30 seconds into it, start refreshing. You just keep refreshing. That's the best. I've never failed if I've done that. Wake up at 6:59, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, start refresh. Just keep doing it the whole time. Do it fast, too. Now, for the Tron Light Cycle run, only guests with a Magic Kingdom Disney Park Pass reservation will be eligible to attempt to secure a Tron Light Cycle run at 7 a.m. Guardians. Only guests with an Epcot Disney Parks reservation will be able to accept Guardians at 7 a.m. Now, if you have a Disney Hollywood Studios or Disney Animal Kingdom ticket reservations, you will not be eligible to join the virtual queue at 7 a.m. That said, you may have a chance at 2 p.m. Weird. The next option is the 1 p.m. virtual queue with Park Hopper. Now, if you want to ride both Tron and Guardians in the same day, or if you're starting in a different park at any of those attractions, there is a chance you can secure a virtual queue at 1 p.m. virtual queue drop. It is important, and we stress this is just a chance, not a promise. In practice, we think this will only work with Cosmic Rewind initially, as we expect the 1 p.m. drop for Tron to fill up quickly, like within the first 5 seconds.
Yeah.
If you have a Park Hopper ticket or an annual pass, you could try to join the 1 p.m. virtual queue drop only if you have physically tapped into the theme park. Let's run through the example. If you have a Magic Kingdom Park reservation at 7 p.m., you're able to go ahead and do the boarding, group 30, blah, blah, blah. You rope drop with a pleasant morning, blah, 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 blah. When you're done, you decide to visit Skipper Canteen for lunch, and at noon, you take the monorail over to Epcot and Park Hop by 2. You arrive a little bit early and tap in to Epcot at 1:55, and the virtual queue for Cosmic Rewind is still open. Because it is still open, you have physically tapped into Epcot. You can just grab a Cosmic Rewind virtual queue as part of the 1 p.m. drop if there's any availability. Let's say it's still April 4th, and instead of boarding a group, you get on group 112, which is such a high boarding number as possible. You won't ride Tron until later in the afternoon or evening. Not a bad thing, because Tron is awesome at night. But according to Disney Group rules, you can only have a specific virtual queue once per day, so there's no limitation on holding multiple virtual queues at a time. You won't really do one. So what are the chances? There is a 40% chance at 2 p.m. as they tried 27 times to get the Cosmic Rewind Guardians right before 2 p.m. I'm sorry. After 2 p.m., but before 3, they got it 9 times, 13%. Apparently, they tried it how many times? I don't know. So 13% and 9 times. After 3 p.m., apparently they got on 30 times, 45%.
Well,
it's weird because apparently, I guess they update them as they go along.
One thing to note, from what I've heard, for Tron, they will not let you come back later than your return time.
Yes. Well, they have an
Guardians,
hour.
you can.
They have an hour. An hour.
Well, you have to be within your return window.
Yes. So
is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Tron, they are holding that very strict. You do not. Yeah. If you don't return in your return window, you're screwed. Which I don't like because, again, what if you're like us? You have a Magic Kingdom Park Pass, but you're not going to get there till like 9. And what if you're like the first group?
Here's the other thing: is they don't let you choose what time.
Right. You just get what you get.
So it's unfair in that way. because they don't let you. Because if you've got a dinner reservation and it happens to fall within your dinner reservation, then what? Yeah. Or something like that. Or if you're park hopping to another park and then you were coming back to Magic Kingdom. Stuff, right.
So, and I get, and these are rules we already knew. I was thinking, okay, how did you get the 2? And it's like, well, because I'm sorry, 1 p.m. virtual queue may go not as fast, especially with Tron. Now it's kind of maybe relieving some of the pressure from Guardians.
Tron's 2 p.m. drop is going to go quick
when I'm talking
because
about,
everybody wants to get on it at night.
Tron is, remember, these drops are 1 p.m.
Or whatever, 1 p.m. drop.
But I'm saying the Guardians 1 p.m. drop may be better because Tron is relieving some of the stress.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works. I don't know. Ray says, commenting on it, I think the basis is it. So yeah, it's just, it's too much, really. It's too much to try to do both rides. Listen, just pick one and just aim for it. That's all you got to do. Mm-hmm. And honestly, right now, Guardians is my go-to. So when I have a Epcot reservation, I'm waking up that day, and I'm going 6:59, 50, 45, refresh, until I get a line. And I know if I am Group 1 or Group 4 or Group 5, one of those first groups that are called, I know if I get there like 10, 11 o'clock, which is probably when I'm going to be getting there, if I'm driving from this area, I'm still going to be able to get on Guardians.
Yeah.
But if I get that Group 5 at Tron and I'm not there, I'm done. That's it. Forget it. Don't even bother. Don't even bother coming. So anyway. And finally, for our theme park news, Universal Orlando has announced the dates for their Halloween Horror Nights 2023. And their dates will be September 1st through, of course, Halloween. It will feature 10 all-new terrifying haunted houses, 5 new scare zones. They'll have more outrageous live entertainment, themed food and drinks at some of the park's most exhilarating attractions. So, the Halloween Horror Nights has always been a favorite of mine. I've liked going. Even though I haven't been able to go very often, I still would like to go and get in there one more time. And I would really like to save up and get the pass to get through all the haunted houses. I know that's expensive. Because those haunted houses, you think the line to ride Avatar, which is like 2 hours, these haunted houses sometimes are in the 4 or 5 hour range. Are you kidding me?
You spend the whole time you're there in line for one haunted house.
I know I'm going to have to go to the bathroom before I even get to the haunted house part. So what do? Do I take do I take a Gatorade bottle or something with a wide upper lip? I mean, you might have to think about that next time. But anyway, all right. Let's go to...
When we went to Halloween Horror Nights, we didn't even go in any of the haunted houses.
No, we had fun just seeing your face.
The scare zones were enough for us. For me, anyway.
I just enjoyed seeing your face anytime the chainsaws went around.
Oh,
give me the money, get it!
No, I was traumatized by those things.
See, you're probably not the person I would want to take to the Horror Nights. You're just too scared. You're just too... You like horror movies, but you don't want to be in one, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
I'm all right as long as there's no chainsaws.
So you okay if you have like a really weird alien coming up approaching you and tapping you on the shoulder?
I'll scream.
Okay, then. Same thing with the chainsaw. You'll scream with the chainsaw. I don't understand what the difference. All right, anyway, let's take our top of the hour break, even though it's like 9:16. Actually, Reyes says, I've been down here 27 years, still never attended HHN. This is the year I finally get a free ticket with my anal pass. All right, then, Ray, you know what? We need to...
I've heard Hollow Scream is good, too.
I heard it is, too.
And the lines aren't as bad over there.
Oh, yeah, because it's Busch Gardens. And plus, they also have their freaking... all their roller coasters just too much for me. And that's why it's like... Anyway, let's take our break. 9:17. Got a few minutes of rock and roll. Got a bit, so give us about 8 minutes or so. We're going to come right back. Try to get some good news in there as well, because we got to have some good news with this depressing news that we've just had. That Friday's our last show. So stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back. Don't go, if you go somewhere, don't go far.
Be kind and rewind. The Charles Richardson Show will be right back.
to do to prove when the curtain starts to move. Some of us waste away one day, and there's nothing you can say. I wish I would have known when avenging angels were heading for my home. No, I need more time to call and to save my home. What is there
history in my life, you know. I've been divorced for 5 years, and it's been the best part of my life, being divorced. Easily my favorite part of my life. I love being divorced. Every year has been better than the last. And it's the only time I can say that about. And by the way, I'm not saying don't get married. If you meet somebody, fall in love and get married. And then get divorced. Because that's the best part. It's the best part. Marriage is just like a larva stage for true happiness. Which is divorce. Because you just let go. And everything's fine now. Divorce is forever. It really actually is. Marriage is for how long you can hack it. But divorce just gets stronger like a piece of oak. Nobody ever says, oh, my divorce is falling apart. It's over. I can't take it. And again, if you're in a good marriage, stay in it. If you're in the best marriage ever, stay in it. I'm just saying, if you got out, it would be better. That's just the fact. I'm sorry, but it's true. Everything's better. My ex-wife and I, this is the best part of our knowing each other. We're good co-parents because we live apart and we're friends. Our kids go to her half the week, they come to me half the week. And I'm a good father. I'm an attentive, focused, and responsible father. Do you know why? Because I get to say goodbye to these kids every week. Are you shitting me? It's like every parent's fantasy. Who can't be a good father for half of every week? No matter how bad it gets, every Wednesday I get to go, goodbye, girls. Daddy's going to go upstairs and pour whiskey all over his naked body right now.
We're back to the best show you have never heard of. That's The Charles Richardson Show.
Hey, I just realized I don't have to play the following or that the last one on that I usually play. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Don't have to play that no more. No, don't follow us on Facebook. Don't follow us on Twitter because we're not doing any more shows after Friday. I updated the scroll at the bottom of the screen there. It gives all of our love to all of the stations that have carried us, currently carrying us. There's been plenty more that have carried us that either just dropped us or done something else, whatever. But that's currently who we got right now on our list. And actually, I keep saying a dozen affiliates. I'm counting them now, and I think it's more like 8 or 9. So I apologize. I was overshooting my numbers there, guys. I was overshooting. I didn't pull out fast enough. Wrong mouse. I don't want to work tomorrow, but I have to. And, Houston touchdown. All right. 813-699-5353. Got some things here involving the Girl Scouts, their cookies, a Domino's delivery driver, a newborn calf. That was pretty cool. A one-eyed cat and an Amazon delivery driver going postal. What do you want to hear first?
A one-eyed cat. Sure.
One-eyed cat. All right. A one-eyed cat, rescue cat, actually, is the newest Cadbury bunny and the first feline to hold the role.
Interesting.
Yes, a one-eyed cat named Crash.
Well, they do have, in the Cadbury commercials, they do have other animals wearing bunny ears.
Right.
Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, so a one-eyed cat named Crash is the first ever cat to win the Cadbury Bunny Contest, making him the brand's official spokesbunny for the year. The chocolate company announced that Crash's win in a news release on Tuesday. The lucky winner is an 8-year-old from Boise, Idaho, according to the release. Crash was injured in a devastating car accident. An accident left him severely injured and left with just one eye. While healing at a local shelter, Crash quirky and outgoing personality earned him the love of shelter staff. The winner of the Cadbury Bunny tryouts, Crash will star in the 2023 Cadbury Clucking Bunny commercial. He'll also receive a prize of $5,000 for himself as well as $5,000 to the shelter of his choice. The shelter of his choice is going to be me, or whoever is taking care of the cat, of course. Yeah. Crash's owner, Maddie Corey, expressed her pride at her furry friend's accomplishment in the release. She said, "We are jumping with joy and plucking like a bunny." No, I'm kidding. "We are jumping with joy to hear Crash is going to be the next Catboy Bunny, but not surprised as he is always the center of attention in any room. He's been through so much over the past few years, and we appreciate the love his friends, family, and cat enthusiasts across the country have shown. We can't wait to see Crash take center stage for this year's Cadbury Clucking Bunny commercial and share his story with the world. The commercial will premiere March 25th, according to the release. He follows in the footsteps of Annie Rose, a therapy dog named last year's Cadbury Bunny, and Betty, a tree frog who took home the prize in 2021. This is the 5th year of the Cadbury Bunny trials. Surprisingly, it's only going on 5 years. But it's the first year that the brand has specifically sought out rescue pets. Crash was chosen from thousands of entrants, according to March 6 news from Cadbury. The adorable group of finalists included a chinchilla named Andy, a sheep named Timmy, and a duck named Ping. So there you go. Congratulations to the one-eyed cat. I mean, that's kind of cute. I mean, that could have been good news, I guess, if you really wanted to think about it.
I found something.
Cadbury Bunny tryouts, and you have and it's like the ears that go around the cat. They're like, it's like a headband all the way around. Mm-hmm. Like it's just so cute. So actually, can't wait to see it. Actually, that's when is it? The 20. Did we just miss that? Honestly, did I report old news? March 28th. We did. Son of a bitch. Anyway.
Wait.
It's the 25th.
No, today's the 27th.
Yeah, it was the 25th.
Oh.
I reported old news. Oh, man. Which is weird because that's when this came out by CNN, March 27th.
Who knows?
I guess it premiered. Whatever. Anyway. All right. So we got Amazon delivery driver, calf, a newborn calf, Domino's delivery driver, and a Girl Scouts.
Amazon. Or whatever it was. You said UPS,
That's
Amazon.
Right. Amazon. So this one here, an Amazon delivery driver goes viral for dropping off a package during a police standoff in North Carolina.
Oh, jeez.
So this Amazon driver has gone viral for his exceptional and dangerous delivery skills. A recent video posted on TikTok shows the driver pulling up to a cul-de-sac swarmed by police vehicles and walking through armed officers to drop off a package. Great. The person recorded the video was titled it "Amazon Hard at Work." The video can be heard saying in the midst of a standoff, he's going to deliver his package.
Well,
listen,
Amazon said it would be delivered in 24 hours or less. Exactly. I got to get it here. Sorry.
The video, which was posted March 18th, the Amazon worker is seen toting a small box up the driveway where the apparent standoff is taking place, taking officers by surprise. As soon as they see him, they tell him to stop and take the package off their hands before he calmly walks back to the car after taking a quick picture of the scene. Well, you have to take a picture of that you made the delivery, so that's why. More than half a dozen Raleigh, North Carolina police cars were visible at the scene when the drop-off was made. The circumstances surrounding the standoff are unclear. This has been viewed for more than 7 million times. It's weird that this makes the news and not the standoff.
Yeah.
You kind of wonder about that. The delivery driver's dedication to the job prompted humorous responses, with one person saying, Amazon delivery person, quote, "Listen, I got a job to do and it doesn't matter what you're all doing. This package will be delivered today." Another one said, when Amazon says guaranteed delivery date, they really mean it. Let's see here. Somebody claiming to be an Amazon's delivery driver wrote in the comments that the person in this video didn't have a choice but to get to the package through, saying it was either deliver the package or get fired. Someone else claims that they were previously at Amazon driver control. If you didn't deliver all your packages, you get in trouble. The company's treatment of drivers has long been under scrutiny. In December, then Washington, D.C. Attorney General Carl Racine said that he was filing a lawsuit against Amazon for stealing drivers' tips in a deceptive illegal scheme that tricked customers into thinking they were increasing drivers' compensation when Amazon was actually delivering tips diverting tips, to reduce its own labor costs and increase profits. In 2021, the FTC said the e-commerce giant had stolen nearly $62 million in tips.
Wow.
Racine said consumers need to know where their tips are going. This suit is about providing workers the tips that they're owed and telling the customers the truth. Amazon, one of the world's wealthiest companies, certainly does not need to take tips that belong to workers. Amazon can and should do better. Yeah, I agree. Listen, Amazon, I could look it up right now, what Amazon net worth is. They're worth, trillions of dollars.
Yeah.
Amazon net worth.
I don't ever recall seeing anything where you could tip a driver.
Yeah. As of March 24th, 2023, they have $1,000 billion, which is a trillion. Just over $1 trillion. That's their net worth. And you mean to tell me you want to take $62 million in driver tips? That is just absolute. That's ludicrous.
Yeah.
You make that much money, or your company's worth that much money, and you mean to tell me you can't? You just. You know what? I'm so glad I have Google and not Alexa. So glad. And we pay now. Unfortunately, we pay for Prime. We do. See, their operating revenue is $513 billion. All right, still, you don't need to freaking take that much. Come on. My God, you have 1.5 million employees. Just get real. Come on now. It's sad. But yeah, that's the kind of scrutiny that these drivers are under. If you don't go ahead and deliver your package, I don't care if it's a police standoff, you're delivering that package. Get over there, move.
That's crazy.
It is. And I actually thought about working for Amazon, thinking, hey, just give me some extra money and whatever. But no, not after this. They treat their freaking employees like shit. So, all right, we're down to Girl Scout, Domino's delivery driver, or a newborn calf.
Newborn calf.
Newborn calf. A calf born with a unique smiley face marking finds a smiley face marking finds a forever home. This calf, and I gotta send you the picture. It's so cute.
I saw it actually. I was looking through. I saw it when I was looking for good news.
It was here. Let me go ahead and share it. But it's a smiley face, which is so cute. It's adorable. It really is. Can't make it full screen, so you're just gonna have to live with it. But this is why, it's so cute. It's a smiley face. It's got two eyes. The neck up is black, and then the whole body on this side, at least, is white, except for the black markings, which have the eyes and the nose and the mouth. It is so freaking cute. That's just amazing how that came out. That's a blessing from God right there. It really is. It's a blessing from God.
It's a happy cow.
It's a happy cow. It's probably going to have happy milk. That's what we want to have it.
It's the laughing cow. He should be the mascot for the laughing cow.
Yes. The article goes ahead and starts off, it's likely safe to say this calf is happy to find his forever home. Happy the calf was born in the Bellbrook Hostens farm in Ripplebrook in Australia. On March 10th, it was considered extra special, not only because he's cute, but he's got 3 spots on his side that represent the shape of a smiley face. We've seen, here, Barry Coaster, who owns the farm, says we've seen number 7s or love hearts on the head and a few strange markings, but we've never seen anything that resembles a smiley face. Coaster told the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, which also is labeled ABC, was told that he was out making his usual morning rounds when he discovered the uniquely spotted calf and sent a picture to his wife Megan right away. Coaster said his wife were originally going to keep Happy on their farm where he would become a lifelong lawnmower and pet, but his calf was destined for bigger things. So instead of living on the dairy farm with the Coasters, Happy was purchased by Launder Park for a donation of $10,000 to a local West Gippsland hospital there in Australia. Launder Park is used as an event space for professional functions, festivals, concerts, and more. Not only will Happy get to enjoy the new home on the park, has 300 acres, but he also get a brand new job as the park's mascot. They went ahead and made the announcement. Happy has a loving temperament and is a very active and attractive calf. He is feeding really well and seems to have settled in his pen at Launder Park. With approximately 40,000 to 50,000 patrons coming through the gates to see Happy this weekend, we know Happy will put a smile on everybody's face. And that was according to Craig Denbaum, who is Fox TV there in Australia. So that is really cool there. So, I mean, not just, it's concerning too, because you know how when you're young, you get a tattoo, but when you get old, the wrinkles start coming out, and all of a sudden it kind of looks like shit.
It's not the same.
It's not the same, right? But hopefully it's not the same. Hopefully this calf grows to be a big, huge, fat cow, and that smiley face gets to be huge and big, and yeah, he should be, the mascot of Laughing Cow. Yep. So there you go. All right, let's see, 2 more. And we're going to go with Domino's in this one here. All right. Answering, oh God, a Domino's delivery driver, after waiting 15 minutes, basically uttered the following words: "Answer the fucking door." Yeah. A delivery driver went off on a customer who didn't open the door to pick up their food and supposedly kept her outside waiting on a viral TikTok video. The clip uploaded from the customer's point of view was shared by user Madeline and showed viewers a snippet of the exchange. As of Monday morning, it's gotten only 14,500 views. Nobody cares. But the video starts with the driver confronting Madeline as an unidentified man on the front porch. "Time is money for me. Man, you knew the pizza was coming. I just spoke to you," the driver yells. "Answer the fucking door." The worker then questions whether the duo planned on calling the police on her, prompting the man to explain why he was upset in the first place. The driver had apparently waited outside for 15 minutes before the customers came to retrieve their food. From the man's point of view, the driver was in the wrong. "She's mad because she'd been outside for 15 minutes with my food," he says. He also implies that the driver didn't call him to let him know she was outside. But the driver had a different perspective. "I called you to ask for your soda. He said, I'll be there in 2 minutes. Knocking on the door, you don't answer." Daily Dives reached out to Madeline via TikTok. As a publication, it's unclear how the rest of the interaction went and whether there was resolve between the driver and the customer. Viewers, however, overwhelmingly took the driver's side. Many questioned why the duo made her wait outside for so long and didn't answer the door after she knocked.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, she says she was knocking for 15 minutes after she told you she'd be there in 2. Answer the door, dude. Making her wait 15 minutes is crazy. You're all on her side, said a further viewer, etc., etc. Now, granted, here's what I would do. Knock on the door. They don't answer. Even though they're stupid idiots, I'd still call them after about a minute of knocking. They don't answer. I'm returning the fucking pizza back to the fucking store, and you're paying for it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like you don't want to pick up your phone.
Well,
I'm sorry.
But here's the thing: is if you haven't paid for it online already, then that pizza doesn't get paid for, and that might come out of your wallet, out of your paycheck. You know.
But what are you supposed to do, though? I mean, listen, I'd lay the pizza right there on the doorstep and just walk away?
Well, no, because then you're leaving them a free pizza if they haven't already paid for it.
Well, that's what I'm saying, if they paid for it.
Well, I mean, maybe. But if you don't have to pay for it ahead of time, you can pay on delivery.
That's true, although I've seen it where unless it's, you're right. Unless it's paid for, you're right. But if it's paid for, I just drop it off and leave. And say, you went there to answer your door, I'm leaving it at the door.
Right.
Hopefully the ants don't get to it. Yeah. Because you didn't answer your door.
I mean, I like you said, I would maybe call if they haven't answered after a certain amount of time.
Yep.
But if they still don't answer when you call, then yeah, just leave it. If it's already been paid for, leave it. If it hasn't been paid for, then take it back with you and say, hey, I attempted to make this delivery. Nobody answered the door. But
yeah, because you could be at the wrong house too.
But it could come out of your check at the end of the day.
I don't like that. Because it's not my fault.
I mean, maybe not the whole cost of the pizza, but they may not give you that delivery fee.
No, see, I can live with that. No, they're paying me hourly plus the delivery fee. That's fine. Whatever. So I don't get a delivery fee of like $1.99. Ooh.
Well, I mean,
they don't pay that much anyway.
Yeah, I like I said, I don't know their policies. I don't know for sure how that would go down, but I would think that a failed delivery would come back on you somehow as a delivery person.
Oh, I'm sure. Night Blossom, Blackcoon, whatever that is. I apologize there if I mispronounced your name. So, yeah, we made the announcement early on the show. We are closing down the show after Friday. So we'll be on tonight, Wednesday, and Friday. And Friday we are done. We are closing out the show. It may not even be a spectacular Friday. It may be just being a half a show. But we're going to be closing it out on Friday. So Friday is the end of the Charles Richardson show. For at least the very, very, very far foreseeable future. Don't know what's going to happen afterwards, but that's it. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get our final break in. We're going to take a break, come back with good news, close out this show, and we'll look forward to the next 2 final episodes here. It's going to be like, in Alyssa's case, it would be like the Twilight Saga last 3 parts. We'll try to make it interesting, although we're not going to bite each other. That'd just be too weird. Stay tuned.
Wrapping up the show with Alyssa's good news after a short break.
very much. Man, it is so cool to be back together with these guys doing this, you know? Because this is a group where I know I fit in, you know? Because the way the world is now, you can be part of a group and not even know you're a part of a group until you read about it or see it on TV. And I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. My wife and I, we love watching like Dateline, 2020, those shows. But you know how every week they will feature a disease. And I swear to you, every week, no matter what the disease is, my wife has it. There'll be 3 people on the planet that have this disease. My wife is one of them. She just watches it going, I've got it. I have every one of those symptoms. I'm like, you do not have testicular cancer. You don't even have testiculars. But they made us such a bunch of paranoid nuts, you know, because when I was growing up, there were 2 medicines in the world. You had aspirin and camphofenique. That's all there was. Now there's so many medicines. They got this prescription stuff that they advertise on TV, and I swear half the time the side effects are 50 times worse than what the medicine cures. Like, try new FloraFlor for itchy, watery eyes. It's FloraFlor. Side effects may include nausea, vomiting, water weight gain, lower back pain, receding hairline, eczema, seborrheic psoriasis, itching, chafing clothing, liver spots, blood clots, ringworm, excessive body odor, uneven tire wear, pyorrhea, gonorrhea, diarrhea, halitosis, scoliosis, loss of bladder control, hammer toe, the shanks, low sperm count, warped floors, cluttered drawers, hunchback, heart attack, low resale value on your home. Feline leukemia, athlete's foot, head lice, clubfoot, MS, MD, VD, fleas, anxiety, sleeplessness, drowsiness, poor gas mileage, tooth decay, parvo, warts, unibrow, lazy eye, fruit flies, chest pains, clogged veins, hemorrhoids, dry heaving, and sexual dysfunction.
We cough on the competition. This is the Charles Richardson Show.
Welcome to my home. Ever since last
Yeah, I figured
they seem kind of strange.
we don't really need to use the other one anymore, right? The whole follow us.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Search the Charles Richardson Show.
Don't really need to use that anymore. We'll just use the one I played. Time to get to the good news. Get on over to Alyssa and let's get some good news out of this day. Damn it.
A college wrestler scores quadruple leg takedown against a grizzly bear to save a friend.
Yeah.
It takes bravery to compete in college wrestling, and sophomore NJCAA wrestler Kendall Cummings needed every ounce of it when he decided he was not going to let a mama grizzly bear maul his friend to death.
That's right. No mama here.
Last year, Cummings was out with his friends Brady Lowry, Gus Harrison, and Orrin Jackson in the Wyoming woods looking for shed antlers from elk, moose, and mule deer, which, along with being a fun way to pass the time in the woods, can also earn a college kid a few $100s for a big pair of antlers. The four buddies were out on the Bobcat Houlihan Trail, which sits on the outskirts of Yellowstone, when in late afternoon they decided to split up to cover more ground and meet back together on a large rock at the top of the hill. Detailing what would become a gruesome encounter, wrote that Brady turned around to warn Kendall not to step in the fresh pile of bear scat when what was likely a female grizzly bear, which can weigh around 500 pounds, slammed into him. The impact from the bear knocked the young man over dozens of yards, and she continued to swat at him as he rolled, dribbling him like a basketball, Hawkinsmith wrote. Kendall was not about to let it happen, and after trying to use his voice to scare her away, he jumped on her back and to distract her after he had managed to pin Brady up against a tree. Then Kendall ran as fast as he could. Grizzly bears can sprint over 30 miles per hour, and it wasn't even a few seconds before she had turned around and leapt on top of him instead. I can't even express how grateful I am for him, Brady told Cowboy State Daily. I don't know what I'm going to pay him back. I don't. I owe him everything. Grizzly bear attacks are extremely rare, 8 in the last 150 years, with a risk rate of around 1 in 2.7 million. Hunters and others who work in the wilderness say the only way to survive an attack like this is to play dead, which is exactly what Kendall did as soon as he realized he could do nothing else. Kendall suffered horrific injuries, but Brady, who had the better of it, managed to escape the scene, call 911, and meet up with their two friends who were unaware of what was happening. Eventually, the bear lost interest in the limp body of Kendall, who stumbled to his feet and backed down the trail, where he met up with Brady and the others. The two were eventually medically evacuated by helicopter. At a trauma center in Billings, Montana, surgeons stitched and reconstructed Kendall's face and head, which the bear had repeatedly bit.
Ouch.
Brady was taken to a less equipped hospital in Powell, Wyoming, but was eventually transported to Billings and to the same room as Kendall. Brady's father, Dallas, drove all the way from Utah to Billings to marvel at the 21-year-old sophomore who was prepared to give all he could to rescue his son. "You saved my son's life," he told Kendall. "I would have rather died than have gotten away and known I could have helped," Kendall told him. 100 days after the attack last January, Brady competed in the NJCAA wrestling meet, while Kendall, not yet medically cleared to go back to the mat, cheered him on.
Wow.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
I meant to hit this one, but it's okay.
I was going to say, what does that have to do with
going on there? Listen, we are at time, like literally 10 seconds. So we're going to play the song and get the hell out of here. Yeah. I'd say like us on Facebook and Twitter, but don't. We're out of here, everybody. Take care. See ya.